Hey guys, so I'm Oliver and this is Chaotically Creating, and welcome to today's video that feels like not the right intro. Not sure how that's gonna go yet, but it'll get there. So I just graduated college, and we're on to the next stage of life. The 20s. Yeah, let's go. I was like, I kind of feel lost. I don't really know what to do right now, and I don't really know where my life is going. I graduated, and now I have these qualifications, but no experience, and the job market is really hard to find just something that actually makes me feel fulfilled and not, I don't know. I can't do like an office sort of job. I have to create these things that I care about, regardless of if people watch this or not. I don't know how to do this. I don't know where I want to go with this video. Today I am going to show you a video of me making miniature furniture, organizers, and desk making things. Just get started. There we go. And so here is the measurements of it. I put down the stuff for a 4x2 and a 4x4 calyx because I made both. So you can see all the measurements there across the screen. It kind of makes sense if you think about it. I don't know. And here's the calyx and what they look like. So I started out by gluing a bunch of popsicle sticks together, and this was to make the walls and the sides, and then that back panel was to make the back panel, even though the real ones don't have that. But now I'm starting to glue the little popsicles together again and making them little squares, and slowly putting every single one in there. I think I made 12 of them. So yeah, that was a lot of work, but it turned out alright. The top part had a little bit of a gap. I haven't put the top part on yet just because it's going to be easier to put the rest of them in, but you'll see kind of a little bit of a gap on the top there. Here's where I kind of start messing with it a bunch, and I edited out a ton of footage there, but yeah, you can kind of see in that bottom corner how it doesn't fully attach, but I'm okay with that. This is the first miniature I really ever made, so I'm not too upset about how it turned out. I think I did a really good job. And it is pretty much to scale. I did it 1/12 scale, so I started with the normal measurements. I did everything, converted everything into centimeters, because I find the metric system just easier to math with. And so I just took it into the centimeters, and then divided it by 12, and got my size for what I was going to use. So yeah, that's kind of how the calyx worked. It's going to be a very similar process. The next one is basically, the 2x4 is basically the same thing. The only difference is it's half of the other one. So like, the side panels are going to be half the size of the other one. And so I didn't put that process in there at all. But here are they both done. And yeah, I think they turned out really good. Really happy with how well, I guess you get a sneak peek of the desk. Oh boy. It feels weird to upload something so, like, almost like it's not giving up on the video, it's just that I don't know, I can't write a script for this. It's like, it's too... And so, like, I'm trying to decide what I want to title it, and I kind of came up with the idea of I just graduated. I feel lost, so I made furniture in miniature. I mean, that's true. So that's the working title right now. And it kind of just feels like there are too many things lining up where this is the direction I meant to go, and like, maybe I can't find a job right now because I am meant to fill it with this time with making these videos. But I don't know.
Okay, it's fine. But then, like, that's kind of like the thing that I want to do, is like have these like not deep messages every like video or anything, because I'm not that philosophical all my life, but just really have those intimate conversations about like, hey, like this is okay that this happens, but I think I could make it into something cute, not like in the sense that like it's okay if the ideas of the video's purpose and idea has changed throughout, and that I am now showing it more as a learning process of how it doesn't always kind of work out. And I think that's kind of what the channel is about, where it's like, hey, we're on this journey of learning together. Like, I'm learning how to make this channel like good and produce the stuff of like what goes into just running a YouTube channel, but also like the actual improvement of the craft of what I'm making and the physical artistic abilities within that. And it's chaotic. Like, that is the thing, that is the niche. Like, I've been watching all these videos because it just feels like I'm getting so many of these just signs that are like, okay, you need to be doing this. Like, I have this whole fantasy series of like this book of life kind of thing, where it's like your story is written in a book, and just all these ideas of stuff I want to design for it. And I think this is like hold me to it now. Like, I don't think there's anything else I can do that will fulfill me in the way that creating will, and all the ideas I have, and just like I want to believe and manifest that this is gonna work out. I feel more like a conversation with, I guess, future me of like, hey, how's it going now? Did you succeed? But this is my first time making miniatures. Think it's a good point of I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna have to say, oh, this is gonna suck to edit. Sorry, future Oliver. But then I talk with my hands, and then we get this, and okay. Maybe I put the takes in there. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. The brand is chaotic, so like, but I don't really know where the ship is gonna sail. I feel like there are so many different ways that my life could go right now, and I have so many creative artistic outlooks and things that I want to make that I physically can't do, like not do this. And that's where the chaoticness comes from, I guess, is that I am combining all these different art forms together, and there's gonna be music, there's gonna be like storytelling, and there's gonna be world building and fantasy, and like I don't know where my style is gonna go, but there's all these different things I like, and we're kind of on the journey of it. And I feel like I have to put so much pressure on myself right now to make these high-end professional videos that feel like an educational content, in the sense like, okay, like this is what we're gonna do now. I have to be authentic, and this is that.
And now we're onto the bookshelf. Here's the Gersby measurements. This is the bookshelf I have. I used a thick popsicle on this one for the sides and the back panel. It like worked out to be perfect. And then the same back that I used for the calyxes, I used that for like the bottom. That's, you can see that part right there to make the width of the shelves, and then there's a little bottom like uh, platform thing, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. And now we're on to making the bottom panel and shelves here. Instead of attaching the side panel at the end, like I did with the calyx, I attach it first, and then put the shelves in and cut them down to size. Bookshelf was really similar to the other ones. I had a new glue that I was using instead of super glue now. It was this tacky glue because I ran out of super glue pretty fast. And the glue is good and it's strong. It was a different waiting period and I had to be more patient than the super glue.
There's gonna be something good in here that I can put in. Something, and there will be a video by the end of it. I'm just so worried that, like, there's not gonna be a point that, like, I have to say this, like, profound thing, or, just have this great idea, but, like, I don't want this to be, like, a professional, like, business felt, clean cut, like, pristine, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Brand. Like, that's not my brand. Like, it is messy. We're throwing paint on the wall. We're getting into it, and art is messy. It's meant to be messy. It's the output of your emotions into the world. It's creating this release that just lets you feel it and, like, show others, and they get to relate and connect and build this new meaning together from it, and it's beautiful, and it's a Gesamtkunstwerk. Sorry, any Germans that are actually watching this and I, like, completely butchered it, but it's a Gesamtkunstwerk. And that's, like, I developed this brand. I feel even, like, weird calling it a brand. Like, it feels too, like, pretentious almost, but it is. But have, like, this connotation of what brand means, and it doesn't feel like it can be almost this, like, representation of me, but, like, in this brand idea. But I have been building it, and, like, not like building it. Yeah, I have been building it. I have been developing it and thinking of how I want to do it. And there's always been something that I've been filming, or be like, okay, this video is going to be filmed eventually. Like, I've had all these things. I just haven't. I'm scared to do the part where I actually speak. I think I just felt like I am not listened to, and that I get silenced a lot, in the sense that, I don't know, in big groups and just a lot of that, it feels like I don't belong sometimes, and this got really dark, and I don't know if this is the direction I really wanted it to go, but I am glad that I am saying these things, because now I guess I have them. I don't know, I think I've felt just like no one really wants to hear what I have to say, or that my opinions and thoughts don't matter, but it doesn't really matter if this doesn't work out or help anybody, because I know it helps past Oliver. I also truly do believe in my heart that this will help someone, and the content that I have to make and what I have to say is important to people, and they will like it, and they will get it, and they will love it. And I know they're out there because I was one of them, where I'd watch all these YouTubers growing up, and like, in a way, they are my friends, and like, I had a relationship with them, and they don't know me, but like, I was watching, like, Jazza has been one of my biggest inspirations for pursuing art, and the idea of creating this huge just challenge of creativity and surpassing the limits of what art is and what art can be. And just, I don't know, if we think it into life, it becomes reality. And yeah, I think it will be. But I know this is a common experience, and I feel as if I will look back on this one day, and instead of feeling cringe about it, I think I will be happy about it, and probably cry about it, because I feel like I'm almost gonna cry about it right now. Hi, editing all over, and you waited 2 weeks to watch it again, and it made you cry. So there you go. Because that's what I am. I have that nostalgia where I love recording down the things that are going in my life. Like, that is my art, and I feel this, like, I don't have a portfolio or anything, or I don't have anything like out there in the world, like, physically, and I don't have this started, but it's like I do. Like, I've been building, I've been making art. I'm on my, 9th sketchbook or whatever? 10th, 11th, I have journals and sketchbooks. Who knows the difference? I don't know, but I just have this. It's whatever. That's not what we're here for. Okay, guys, but here's the other thing: the amount of problems I have had with just getting this video made is insane. My footage got like switched to a different format because it got switched to Windows Media Player, and that does not work in DaVinci, and I could not get it back for some reason. It had so many downloads, reinstalls. I just found about 7 gigabytes of cache data. I feel like I shouldn't have to apologize for it, though. Like, this is a part of the process, and I can't feel bad for it always not working out. And, like, the actual art project worked out great. Like, that was fine. I love it. It turned out wonderful. But just I'm too hard on myself about it. It's just, I don't want to not post this, not say some of the stuff that I wanted to say within the story, that, like, it is good. And the message is the failure, and not it. In some ways, these are the videos that make the difference the most, though, because you learn the most. What? Do you want a permanent... The folder contains items whose names are too long for the recycling bin? What do you mean the recycling bin can't handle a long name? Yes, permanently delete the folder. God. Ah. What are you doing? Sir? What do you have? You have something to say? No? Alright. Cat. Alright, let's move on to the desk before we see this footage of me just not knowing how to work the camera. But
Here I'm making
specifically the frame of the shelf on the end. I figured out a helpful trick of gluing the sticks together, which was gluing right on the top of the bamboo stick and then rolling it into the piece I wanted it to stick to. This worked a lot better than trying to connect it directly and helped avoid the struggles against gravity. But yeah, I'm just struggling to get this video to work, and just getting so frustrated because now I don't even really like, the art doesn't feel enjoyable now that like I made the actual miniature things, because like I've just had so many issues with trying to get this made, and editing is, in some part, I am excited to see where this goes, because I kind of like the unscripted versions of this, is where I'm just, you know, talking to it, and I feel like it gets a more natural me, because I'm a much better, it's easier to talk vomit words than it is to write them, and if it feels like it's a conversation. I guess that's like a writing tip, but I forgot, I like blocked out all the problems that I had when I was originally doing this video and editing it, and I just, they all are flooding back, and I am just,
But all in all, it ended up being okay. There was a lot of problems, but I am happy with what I ended up creating, and there was more valuable words to this than I thought there would be. Here's the rung done, and here is the desk. All finished.
Okay, I feel like I have to make this closing video now, or at least like do a closing video. Why is it doing that again? I have pretty much edited the whole thing of all of my like interjection clips and stuff, and now I just have what I already recorded, and that is about 5 minutes that I have to now go figure out where I want to put it in the thing and make it so that if I keep my audio from before, I don't know yet. But I just wanted to end it with like even just from a day ago and seeing now what I said yesterday, and actually like making the process of it and reviewing what I said, I felt like when I was saying it, it was completely like all over the place and none of it made sense. But actually, like as I was reviewing it and editing it, I was like, wow, that was actually a really good point. But I need to end it here today, so I'm not gonna get this video uploaded when I wanted to. But what are you doing? Agnes is like yelling at me to go to bed, so it's time to end it. So that's gonna be it for this. Thanks for watching.